This is Andy with Blue Dinosaur Electronics, and I'm here to show off the Interstellar Watermelon. The Interstellar Watermelon is an analog oscillating filter pedal. It has two independent bandpass filters with adjustable speed, depth, and center frequency. Over here is a mixer circuit with independent volumes for both filter 1 and filter 2, and a dry volume and a dry tone knob. The advantage of that is it lets you do two things. You can preserve the low end of your signal, very useful for a bass guitar. It also lets you make the effect as subtle or as extreme as you like it to be. Really intense effects sound cool in demos, but they're not always useful in the real world. Over here is a switch that lets you synchronize the two bandpass filters. Independent mode lets you give them each a different speed. Synchronous mode makes both filters move in parallel to one another according to the speed 1 knob. The speed 2 knob becomes inactive. Reverse mode makes each filter move opposite the other. You can use that to get different vocal style filter effects. Finally, there's an expression input, which lets you plug in an expression pedal so you can control both filters just like a classic wah pedal. I'm playing through a Gibson SG into an old customized tube amp. It sounds a lot like a Fender Champ. The setting I'm using makes this cool oi 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 sort of sound. If you turn the dry volume down and keep the filters high, you get a really funky sound. If you turn the filters down, but keep the dry volume high, you get a nice subtle sound that lets you play real simple guitar parts that still have a lot of movement to them. That's actually still a bit too intense, I think. Turn the depth down too. All of that was in reverse mode, but I'm going to switch over to sync mode, which makes the sound a little more of a classic wah sound, but with the added brightness of having a second filter involved. That's how those two modes compare. We also have independent mode, which makes the speed controls for each filter independent. So I can turn one up a little bit higher than the other, and you still get the nice vocal effect that is most prominent in the reverse mode, but it sort of fades in and out of the signal. Sounds like the vocal sounds are a little bit more randomized. You can also make them wildly different, and that gets you almost two different effects. You get a spaceshipy sound of effect all in the high end, but with the slower movement of the mid-range because of the first filter. And if you want to get really crazy, you can turn the speeds way up, almost into the audio range. just hearing the filters. Now I'm going to turn filter 2 all the way down so that all we're hearing is filter 1. And these knobs no longer make any difference. I'm going to show you how the center frequency affects the sound. Right now the range all the way down is pretty classic wah pedal range. That's a sweep of about 1.5 octaves. But I can make it brighter by turning the center knob up. Now it's very bright, almost like a funk wah. The Interstellar Watermelon also plays really well with other effects. Here's the coffee grinder, our fuzz pedal, set to a pretty modest gain. You'll note that when I turn the Interstellar Watermelon on, the effect seems even more intense than it normally would be. Now I'm going to play around with the delay effect. This is a really simple trick, just palm muted notes on the guitar and a delay pedal. Sounds cool already, but with the added movement of the Interstellar Watermelon it sounds even cooler. I just plugged the bass guitar in. This is what it sounds like without any effect. The Interstellar Watermelon gives it a really cool liquidy sound. And because of that dry volume and dry tone knob, you can preserve all the bass you need. Earlier I mentioned an expression pedal. This is a Mission Engineering EP1, their most basic model, but any expression pedal that uses a 10K linear ohm pot should work. Interesting thing about this pedal, when you plug the expression pedal in, the depth knobs still function. So if you want to get the whole range, you got to turn them all the way up. When you plug an expression pedal in, it takes over for the speed of the first filter, which means that if you put this in independent mode, this filter, the second one, will still oscillate by itself.